DLFM 106.9 kase bo mfoni ni videos awodo nya nam so a obenya bi ni wahwe edi amayen emre se wadwen chance ba nyina kenkan ewo Facebook no so DLFM 106.9 enumere yi ensem titre bedi kase bo bi akotene bi enesem Ghana man penin John Dramani Mahama edi smart to dwa echrim sem nkitahudie mapa oman Ghana mun penimfo eno mom ka bia wo nyina tena ase kwasi boni beka ne se national economic dialogue no o tim se mu ade pa ne sente betua wo man Ghana sika sem no empenifo tunya bo made apɛ ho pomasibre de mu kyeremo ebesu manumre yi
Dr. Atuba Forcing edi abetu dwa echemu say yes state owned enterprise wo man me yade a ohwa aye basabasa ye pa
Democrat Mashaba Joma ka se kyerem se Ghana man penin John Dramani Mahama uhu papa pa fisa wo ba ye osu bebie nyoma Ghana fo anyem eye mebuna nyanyuma ye nanso ene adwuma ya fa na oyuma dinti edi ayen fa mfra wo no eye terminator 1 yade mu kyeremu ebesu manumre yi
Mrashabeja fie etimi ayo eye nkyerɛkyerɛ edi ama Mrashabeja fo a omowo ho
Executive Director Edima Eco Conscious Citizens eye ewura sewa wakase kyerem sei Ghana man penin John Dramani Mahama enu anim yada gina tumi so say ya na obontoa wakacho man penin dada sei ondi kre galamsey the state of emergency no waba betena ma ekwanwa so de ade na wotwen ba modern na galamsey no declare no state of emergency nemwa ne mba modern a empe eho pomesibre
Suku daya no akpafuto si anu ye EPJHS na yade ampenifo chirema ayemre ye pa intina ban embo modern no munye bibi emfa ho
owura bia wanya mfenhia no adeasia miens adeasia eye ensia 36 years obodo ho ni kopie mu ewo shiraji fo mpedifo akache akwa wia Samsung A54 wa wia mama kese akwageta okwakoda afiase ekoya dwumaden e de aka ho ensa no pinaka beso me sei o madwuma kese bo DLFM 106.9 adwuma kwedi this way ena so yasene
When je ho se opesa on kwa manoni enkosua ade na keje study abroad and travel courses se emma how bia emphasize se ade on betimi aboa so opesa uko USA, UK, Canada, Australia, Germany and China mpa na visa ne document na ade emane hasan so betimi aboa na wonsa etimi akabi Sanso na admission abenya weye universities ne so no betimi aboa na wonsa etimi academy ne wetimi ahye eye wo school na sekra na emom wo de wo pesa wo nkọ na nkọ ye adwuma weye Australia, New Zealand, Malta, Germany, Slovakia, Iceland and asa Indonesia so a no so betimi aboa hu hia so be kita certificate bia de hia no so be ba keje study abroad and travel consult na ndia wo visa no document no metimi aboa na watimi aye bi sanso na adwuma ya available wo honom no o kire ba bia pesa wo nkwa no mache adwuma ya wo honom akwa obetimi enya bia ye na so choose na wo kwa watimi akoye adwuma ni bi nso betimi Africa just study abroad and travel consult e was 0554 415 742 and 0271 298 175 and 0530 332-180.
Meka o se hu behia se obetai anumsuo na badumsuo nso pa Ghana fo nsi ne form eye Lumba super monsaka bi na mo dwumade ahodo awudie ne man konkan efa maum se ye yiase se ya badinto se ne dwumade bia obedi bia obehia nso fo ne nyina kwanda Lumba super ne bomade mpensu papa etimi enfa so meka se eye Lumba super no e ba pachas kodwofo su ne nyuma ne bia ka ho a e konkan ye pa ne senti monsaka bi na mo dwumade ahodo awudie abehia nso no yemeso son papa pam ye din so na bomade ya famfidima so kogyen a make say food and drug board authority wa bomade do stamp no e de atum so a onum bia susuaso bone de ebi eni akire kram ahyankafo amunum ka atwie mu so amuna obo ya atwie adwuma ba momade yankopin Lumba super kache mu kotu so bi nko akina bosum da musum benya sika e de agum boto mu fra mpanifo ahomatrofo yi so e 0555 274 757 0555 274 757 and 0577 475 343 0577 475 343 Santa kopie wa danso ba ne potema Madam Abaya Meche atu Lumba super bia woto ba ne kopie na kache ne shop no ebe Lumba Sport esanso ben epetus lenim e wa danso afra homa true face na gi mu nkyiremu e wa Madam Abaya Meche enchen e 0557 349 401 0557 349 401 Santa kopie mu ofa kwani potema Mama Vic ebutuma ofa so ibe ton shop no e wa ofa Sport M Osanso ben eye Sport M wasi beni pe fena homa true for so energy mu nkyere mu biada ma vacant chain 0500 680 783 0500 680 783 Samson me kamfo DLFM College Association dia mo nimre mesra wadam DLFM ya College Association Ghana hanom enya semkuma o ma Ghana mu nyinada media station ba ko pa ya wo College Association mo modi abeka ho ne moam DLFM College Association no to nsa dia fraga na fo nyina mo anwo kurayim titu mu nso amwa no modi afa ntoma babo ya dia na ba pa Charles Kojo Fosu ni radio station odi aba edin ebo modi aba dwumade o ma Ghana ma mekese no shape o ma Ghana beka ho bi ne nyina ya mo ne fo do emfa mo odom ni senti aton sa dia fraga na fo nyina wa wo kondo se DLFM afrefo nkabo ko kondo so ba dwane bo modi na frem prefer ho maturu fo se na ba dwane efize we de oyodon kwa na yedi fie ne bo modi beka ho bi ne nyina da ya fo odom fa mo do ne yempaja Ghana ma Ghana ekona ni wa punto fa mpanifo na gimu enchiremo 0538 865 393 0538 865 393 bo modi na beka ye hom na bota nyanze bo modi ade odo tronko de ataba pa Charles Kojo Fosu achi na nyemo to opiapia ko nanim na afizuru radio station DLFM 106.9 nyina ye momade nta achede yempagya na enko nanim ya bota na emoto ni nyina ne sem yemfa odo beka ye ne nyina yemfa odo na yemfa mo odom wona adwuma ko so yasensa nimre no nsa kase bo no yenta semfa mu nkyere mu nyina da emesomo edi amegye so eye Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy B takwado Kwadwo krom de se konkron mene
Adwoa Agyei Sikapa
na ya da ya ho ya ba e de kase bo ni kyere mu nyina e beto aso e de amamo
DL News.
It's official. DLFM 106.9.
Yamamo akwaba Afrika sebono enchiremu eni Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama Edensem atudwa echiremu se National Economic Dialogue jumedi ekwaso ma Ghana mu no eyade beboa pa wo ma Ghana ne kanko ennim punto etimi akwaso yepam Ghana mampeni echiremu se ema na obontoa apre mampeni to Ghana fo nyinam so bebo no homode atena se no ma Ghana one timamufo nya de kasubom titru ene omomde da nwuma akese ne nkuma nyina no omomode ani madwadie ni sikasem nyina tena se anhyepa ato adwen ho kwan wo do mefa so mo Ghana sikasem ebefa so na aboa no ma no etimi akona nimum na Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama de sabdo tudwane do yada ewo eye adwa dai obenim bo so me de to so miensa na Ghana mampeni etirim se aremontu na mo hyase betumi omohwe de se beboa pa mo Ghana sikasem no ene betumi akonkan akwa nimum Ghana mampeni etirim se o Ghana sikasem se beyeye se nyeye no enye ni pa ba akoso ye nyina botaye a de besi ani so na wapa ebetu na betumi akire Ghana na botaye se bekoye nim ana se yenkoye nim Ghana mampeni aka se etirim se yemomode ne ta o man yachi ne yemomode ye fam de ebetumi aye no yemo na o man entimi enko na nim osikasem o kirema abana da ba na toto na basama mi se Ghana sikasem de aba ewe esa makona adunti ehu benya se Ghana fo nya de adwenkyere beba na yeto to adwene abo ne ehu kwan pa hodo befa so Ghana sikasem no ebetimi akona nim Ghana mampeni kirem se anemototo ohwe nim se enkase kuna Ghana fo amana adwenkyere beba bo ne yafa eso na bo Ghana sikasem no etimi ejana naso ba Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama de nsem sei edo to jo ene dwumade a wo pa no ehu
moment, and the choices we make now will determine the trajectory of our economy for generations to come. As president, I have the honor of leading the conversation on the theme Resetting Ghana, Building the Economy We Want Together. This theme reflects our shared commitment to creating an economy that is resilient, inclusive, and built on sustainable growth. It is an invitation to all stakeholders to contribute their expertise, ideas, and dedication to this national effort. Ghana is at a critical crossroads in its economic development. The challenges before us are stark, and the economic distress we face are undeniable. However, our collective resilience, ingenuity, and determination have always been the driving force of our nation's progress. We are not here merely to recount our struggles, nor are we here to resign ourselves to economic stagnation. We are here to seek solutions, to adopt strategies that will put us on a sustainable path, growth trajectory, and to ensure that we build an economy that works for every Ghanaian. For me, this is not just another policy discussion. It is an urgent call to action, a crucial moment for us as stakeholders to unite with purpose and resolve the challenges that face us. We've gathered here to create a powerful platform where government officials, policymakers, business leaders, economists, industry experts, development partners, and other key figures come together to shape the future of our nation. The insights, diverse perspectives, and actionable recommendations that emerge from these discussions must transcend theoretical frameworks and drive real, impactful decisions that will guide our national economy forward. Throughout our engagement, we will focus on practical strategies to restore macroeconomic stability and pave the way for long-term economic transformation. This includes developing policies that stimulate growth and create sustainable job opportunities for our rapidly growing population. We'll also examine the structural reforms that are necessary to unleash the private sector's potential and make it truly the engine of growth that drives job creation and innovation. Strengthening economic governance institutions will be a key topic of discussion, ensuring transparency and accountability at all levels of government.
Ghana man penning John Dramani Mahama Otwan and Samson Ochire Musem. Ghana for my idea private matter abapa. And Ochire Muse. A Kwanja Modia Shani say, Ongu Ghana for any master, the Bakos Wabon Homa Dane. At the Ghana man, as a Quampasma Boma May. Yet Mako could do and Puntu and a Boshe assassin. So Ghana man penning John Dramani Mahama, HNSM see.
Its economic strength and emerge as a beacon of progress on the African continent. Not only a beacon of democracy, but a beacon of economic prosperity. This dialogue here today must serve as my fellow citizens. I know that the road to economic recovery will be challenging, but we must not relent in our quest to rebuild the Ghana we all want for the sake of our children and our children's children. We owe it to ourselves, our children, and our country to rebuild an economy that is resilient, that is sustainable, and capable of delivering real opportunities for every citizen. My priority as president is to restore macroeconomic stability.
Ne kwa mo no ena Ghana man penning John Dramani Mahama okase de ochire misem ade ba kwa tete oman party through any same iribi kwatena dwumakuo bia no a bibi no peso okoto pe no de netumi ontena se no ni mpanifo sinkunwa enwemwe ho se anamo ametui oman Ghana be wie ni se no de ne pe netumi no de akwa na oman eka buburo na aba ne senti ochire misem ehu be hia se betena se be bu oman Ghana mamla no ho ayamu nsachiremu na timi abana procurement ahodo ekoso no Sechembe mefrise oman Ghana e kapa fa no mwenwunu guo no sempelifo antena sense hunkonwa anya sechema fanfa ya mera bedu baabi no oman ye beka achi e wonpuntum.
We must review our laws to eliminate excessive waste in the procurement of government supplies and projects. Single source procurement must be the rare exception rather than the norm. We must also subject government projects above a certain threshold to value for money audits. And just this morning I was reviewing some of the procurement reports. And there was this procurement for poultry farmers, 10,000 units of something. And it was single source. The reason for single source was urgency. And one company was giving the contract to supply 10,000 units of whatever it was. The supplier and the person who assembles it was not allowed to bid. And so the company that won it went to the supplier, bought the items for 4,500 and came and sold them for 6,600 to government and walked away with 21 million cedis on that supply. I mean, how can you do this? I mean, it was our own company we're running. How would we do a thing like this? But that is government bleeding. Everybody cutting their pound of flesh. That must stop.
DLFM 106.9.
Eni awoti ye Ghana man penning John Dramani Mahama.
Yanto akase ebone so na finance minister ye Dr. Kaso atofos in ediabetuja say a state-owned enterprise any joint venture companies no ade aye basa ye pa basika sama ha adwin ye papa abra na akasa on national economic dialogue course and then o kire mu say e was so share no mo hwe sikasem no mutimi kasa ne be ya on betimi amanagina ne naso na bibia etimi akoye we na osache mu say cocoa board eye mfaso obi omunya be 2.2 billion e won fimpi mienu ne aduonu miensa nim no eye ade a enya ade ejina ne na so kresan say ebua ma eka omode no etimi efiro na emom eye cocoa board ne bo omode a se eka no na nka omuntimi enhwe bio na so eye denye a eka no eda so wo hono ma owo so omohwe na omu ehu dwumadi e wo so omudi e de fa ho.
Almost all state-owned enterprises are in the red. Almost all of them are in the red. From the Electricity Company of Ghana to the Agricultural Development Bank, almost all of them are in the red. In fact, beginning from the year 2021, 2022, and 2023, you will see that Cocoa Board posed some profit of 2.2 billion in the year 2023. Your Excellency, this is artificial profit. This profit is because they failed to service their debt because of the debt suspension. And so all the cocoa bills that were due at the time, they failed to pay because of debt suspension. Subsequently, this debt still exists, and so we will need to take action to restructure most of the state-owned enterprises.
Owie na oto aso se eya VAT abaye etwa mu edibeto wono mbeye eya mfimpi mienu ne aduonu miensa omode ba senka betimi aboa ama yenso yenya sika edi aboa oman na ya de sika nimpo no oman timi ama VAT na anya adwuma sane esenti aban dada ne de eya VAT ombe introduce ye na nya ade a omode ye adwuma.
VAT on dwellings, VAT on real estate was introduced in the year 2023 by the previous administration. Unfortunately, getting to the year 2024 during the elections, they decided to abandon it because of elections. Your Excellency, the truth is that the tax exists, but it was abandoned ahead of the election. And that alone will mean we will have to close the gap immediately.
Owie na finance minister esanso eto aso say ya ade a NDC abanya omabedi omo be hye no mama niamam ani ada osanso no mbebu akonta esanso eya aban papa no omba bebu e wo man nim sane ebe ya oman ni ye bibia betimi akwanenim.
Mr. Chairman, let me seize this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to the organized labor and the Ghana Employers Association for their understanding and collaboration in search of an agreement concerning the minimum wage and base pay. I wish at this point to reaffirm to labor that the NDC government, headed by His Excellency President Mahama, will commit to transparency, accountability, and good governance.
Krakra mu na ye Dr. Kaso atofo and edi tuja say ye budget no enche omode ba betuja.
We have also followed with significant budget cuts that will be announced soon for the office of the president and further prohibition of the first-class travels by all government officials. These actions represent merely the steps initially. We have also followed with significant budget cuts that will be announced soon for the office of the president and further prohibition of the first-class travels by all government officials. These actions represent merely the steps, initial steps in our ongoing journey towards fiscal discipline and good governance.
Eni ya uti ye finance minister ye Dr. Atuba Forcing.
Yentu aka sebon se yenko piemwem. Ewo dom ko ma sebadwam wanom akache. Na mo de sombo e de abo Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahamene e de mo de amano eye Terminator 1. Eni e bi se o mo se na dom kumei e de ya panti na mo ka kansansi no mo kirim se Ghana mebu ni nyadwuma anye Ghana mampani ba ene o ka kire Ghana fo nyina so ba or there is a 24-hour economy edi band Ghana fo nyina benya adwuma wono maye nanso ba ye Ghana de hye no yi o madi say ya say wadre sende ne mo Ghana mampani tuo ni de obeyi amanfo de amaso de adwuma ene eba o ne sem nya de tujamre e ma maden e friends em twefo nhye mum e wo ne adwa dai obenim boso me de toso miensa ena aka na osofo no hwe o man Ghana sika sem so dadom kuma na ano Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam okase na o kire mi se onim de ente Ghana mampani atumi atena se na Ghana de hye bia mo fa o madwuma no oyi o munyina disa o chem se Ghana mampani afide de aye de udua buo no de adwuma na eba na so begu nyuma e maburu nya adwuma nye ene eba modern fa o madwuma na so ba ya na wa fre wesimesi kofie kwatena se kokode wo yire ane mo maduane ene wo kire mi se o mampani JDM bon be pa na Ghana mebuno wanom ede ayew Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam anta kire mi se anemo Ghana mampani atwen bibia ne we de dance say or the 24-hour economy bi ba bo Ghana mebunda ni senti eyantobo keke Ghana mebrei muntu madwene mo na evisoba yi oguse oyi madinti se Ghana man penin ka kire mo se ode adwuma bi ba pa de asabe Aboa aponche okete mama odwan de sedra aya Hwane Johnson.
The Mahama administration made a lot of political gains by highlighting the plight of young Ghanaians who were yet to get jobs after over 2 million others had gotten jobs in the 8 years of the MPP administration. They promised 2 more people for each job under the 24-hour economy program. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now a notorious fact that to create vacancies for the purpose of employing NDC youth, the Mahama administration has sacked thousands of young Ghanaians who had been properly employed by the previous administration. The termination of the jobs of young Ghanaians, which has become synonymous with Mr. President Mahama, who we now prefer to call Terminator 1. It's a sign of what is yet to come. Sacking people from employment and replacing them later with others does not amount to job creation. What the people of Ghana want are new jobs for those yet to be employed. President Mahama knows that the programs he outlined in his statement, Nkoko, Nkitinkiti, and the rest, cannot create sustainable jobs for the Ghanaian youth. Hence, the resort to termination of existing jobs for future replacement to shore up his job numbers.
Enuachi Enadam Kumano esa chire musen. Omunim Ghana man penin nam no ka kan Ghana ha se oba ye abare da twa mu enyina kan am nsensem sa hone ne ye aboye pa era mu chirem se Ghana man penin John Dramani Mahama ntuna ka ka sensem sei ubafra kwanwa so afim pimienu enu dinsia ka dija Ghana fuei enya kakuma efenso dumso begu Ghana fu adwuma nyina na so mpiama nyokwekoi omba modi Jessica ta chire ema hone ne jana na so ene Uba ya beka cheso ma mabra efa hone nsensem ho de a na Ghana man pere mudu ho ya po tirem se wo de dumso no omunum dada enti wa bai anyama wan se wo ba yesu dumso asande aba o ma Ghana.
The energy sector debt at the beginning of 2017 stood at $2.5 billion. According to the Ghana Energy Sector Recovery Program, the energy sector was badly managed by President Mahama to the extent that the debts could reach $12 billion in 5 years if nothing was done about it. President Akufo-Addo ensured that this did not happen, and we ended our administration with $2.4 billion debts in the energy sector, less than the $2.5 billion we inherited from President Mahama in 2016, and notwithstanding the fact that President Akufo-Addo kept the lights on. The MPP administration kept the lights on by spending $6.2 billion in the process over 7 years, with 2024 expenditure on energy alone standing at $1.4 billion. It is important to state also that the bulk of the ECG debts the President referenced in his address came from excess capacity payment because of take-or-pay energy contracts signed by President Mahama. These payments could not be reflected in electricity tariffs because PURC allows for only the cost of energy consumed to be in tariffs and not the cost of contracted energy. This is what resulted in the debts. And so we ask, as we often do, now who calls them?
Nekrakra mo no edadam kuma no esa kire mu say Ghana man penin John Dramani Mahama yi baby awugina no enye evise ye kaka ene mpuntudwuma pa so man ni se na mamgo ni papa mu dia oba ye Ghana fo nyina nim de obeye ni kuruma ni senti untu mekire empia manyoko ni se ona mo ba ni magya kato ase da bi ya ka ba ya obebo ma Ghana dwum ene kapa de ye fa wontansa emfa mo NDC fisa oba na ka beja to Ghana so na nya kakuma ni senti free neko emejano mekire wonom kwen fa so e manage ka fisa wono uni ba bia begina bekire said the MPP amanyoko no e manage oman Ghana kra.
It is instructive to note, therefore, that with a total public debt level of 721 billion Ghana cedis, which President Mahama was talking about, which is 72% of GDP, our record on debt sustainability is better compared with President Mahama's debt to GDP ratio of 73.1% by the end of 2016 when he left office. This, therefore, does not give the President a good standing to teach us lessons on debts.
Any awoti ye ayedom ko ma se bedwam na openipo da won manum ekasa ye eya kane oswafo no na hwe Ghana Sikasem so Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam nene na awoti ye
Yentu akase ebone so na adisuafo omuwo eya akpefu tochi Evangelical Presbyterian na ye Junior High School no Grand District and Woti region ade abetuja echemu se baby omusua ade ne de ya ade a ye dan ya acheye pa ye kwa me nkroma breso ana omusi edan ya chese ehu nina papa ye nu omode boss nina ewa wa yagu for my hadwin ye papa inte ye mpenifo ade abetuja echese wo so ombo mode ya domu pe bibi eye ede fa we san se eye akpofu tochi eye community bi abra na brema mission for ACCC school no ana omutimi ebe CB ede ma wom inte ye headmaster wo ho no ma ye friend Joseph Osafu ebe kire mu se eye ade a omasiesie school ni mba ko pe e wa abra omusiye ni na wa hwe wa abra na kwa me nkroma eteso omutimi esi na chese acheye papa na ba bi asese edu no eye ade a eni edin ye pa so ma pe bibi ansha ebia na school fo no wodem ho no ma na chese ebu ede egu omuso intimpenifo emom modin ase baby apapa ne niema wo so mo ye na sa na ebe ya school dan ni betimi agina ne na so no omo sra ma so betimi asa na ebe ya bibia entimi ensima eye school fo no entimi enhro mo krant na ye Mr. Safo echra omo hia be ya ye 10 computers so e dia ma school ni sa na ebe ya betimi esua ade ye sanse computers na na say e koso e wo so mo nya no mutimi edisua ade.
I must say the building has been an old building, the first structure during the establishment of this school, and since then, after the first maintenance of the structure, nothing has been done on it. If you go inside, you realize that the ceiling has been broken, and we support them with the beams. The classroom itself, the walls itself is not in a good shape now. We are asking for help, philanthropies, people outside or those hearing us to come to our aid and give us a new structure. The world is moving from analog to digital now, so we realize that almost everything that we are doing, we go with what? The digital process. So we need updated computers. The ones there are the only one functioning now.
Awuti ye eye headmaster no wa akpefu eye Tochi Evangelical Presbyterian Junior High School eye Joseph Osafo
yen to akase abon se yemon fanwura mum e wo galamsense nsem fi senya de oman emu adwokran na executive director edema eco conscious citizens eye ewila sewa ode adesre ede atoga na mampanin John Dramani Mahama ni say enwani myata omo no homode no declare state of emergency no fanto galamse su no obi otu galamse no onya kwana mpenifo transition nyama na emwa oman na emra wakasa ena wo kirem se ha adwinye pass ohwe kwan ya Ghana mpenifo atumi atenase ma Ghana fo su ahodo wa Yesu edefa ye na atena ye yensase ya kwan ne nsu ahodo atwa ye ho ahia nipa bi asa no ekame akwade se mpenifo ne de enya de wonom ha wonom kram ye ma mesa wa kirem se wo hwe oman Ghana nsase na akwa ye atwa ye ho ahia eno mfaso de ye wo edima omanya etu baby sese amikese de ya sefem oman ye bobna efrise nipa bi adu furupe wonom awura omaga na kwayem yensuom asa ye japade anyina sese amikese akwa ho semi pam okase kirem se ne obi konom nsu a na ya present de amanom obi wura kwayem ane papa obenya ne nyina da no ebi ni hobium o kirem se ye ya kwaya na pharmacies ahodo ena ye se ni sente hu behin se Ghana mampanifo edi na besi fom se de ya na obontoa okacho mampenda da na nadan ogufo ado se be yanka ondi kre galamse no state of emergency no wabanya kwanya tena so anya hwe kra busunyo ni watwa de na watwan wo ba ye wonka ho hwe o kirem se Ghana mampendo aye no etotwa na suntombo no homoden se galamse ekon no onka ho asembim na ondi kre state of emergency na mo na galamse no yentumi enko na yentu ase wo manyim.
We've also asked for a pause in community mining, because we know that a lot of it is unregulated. They're giving the license and nobody's checking, are they digging at the right place? Do they even have a digging license? So there are so many things we've asked for. They haven't yet been done. So although one can say it's early days, I would say it's not early days. When there's a war going on, when your house is burning, the first thing you try to do is to put out the fire. Then later on, you can find out how did the fire start, who were responsible. But the first thing you need to do is to put out the fire. The war is ongoing, and I'm not seeing robust steps being taken to put out the fire or to stop the war.
And wachi en awula sewa ka sew no wasa kire mi say Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama yebe hu an makwache chese ne excavator si bi na mahye no o kire ma yatim excavator yengates etwa ye ho ahia ena fia ye mumma ena mochi excavators ya na mahye no o kire mi say adenti number tenasna sabi madi a manya brosa etumu fancy se penfa ngwa kwam na mochi excavators ya momfa mafie efa maya adwuma no hu kwampa mafa so mba yiri nyina free kwayem samba tenasa twagade atomu de nyamyanem de kureni anamotu aga na panifo tu edie odwene ho a onte ase ekura.
As an environmentalist, I was against the burning of excavators. But what was told to us was that a lot of the time, the illegal miners immobilize the excavators. So you can't remove them. And when you can't remove them, later on when you've left, they come back and continue their work. That's why they were burning them. So if we are not to burn them, you need to have the systems in place, whatever you call them, low loaders, whatever machinery you need, to be able to put the excavators that have been immobilized onto the low loaders and then remove them from the forest reserve. And let's hope that they don't disappear, as some of them allegedly disappeared under the previous administration.
Nekwa mo no ena wula sawa ekase no wasa chiri mu sei yen kan kire Ghana man 43 ene Ghana man pani afise make say no ono no man otua no o chire mi say owo political will pass o man obakwatia galamse tu a obetuma tu ase fi say enya galamse nko na ye adwuma bebo na sika abesi ni papono so mo wanya aduane ade ni senti o man pani abeya for nasi form galamse no guri nyina say to ne ntase nhyade mafofo fi say de yakono so for nasi form pa na wo ye ne say fechire say dia Ghana yebekọ so ehunamane ewo manyim.
Work towards protecting the environment. But there are powers we don't have. We can't go to the forest reserves and drive out the illegal miners. We can't go to the river bodies and drive out the illegal mining. The president has the mandate. He has the wherewithal to do it. And we are saying that if the political will is there, it will be done and we will stop it. It can be stopped. And let's all remember, the mining is not the only means of getting an income. We go on and on other things. And there's a green economy. And the green economy is very wide. So it's not limited to mining. In some countries, they decided to leave the gold underground until they find better ways of exploiting it without destroying the environment. And the last thing I would say is that Professor Frimpong Boateng said it. When you destroy a forest,
DLFM 106.9.
Look at the trees, look at the neem tree, or even look at the moringa. It's not just the seeds, it's not the bark, it's not just the leaves. There's so much for everybody. So what we are doing right now, apart from poisoning the environment, poisoning our water bodies, we are destroying our pharmacy.
Any awoti ye executive director edema eco conscious citizens. Ne den edi ewula se wa we ne agina we so adan ye ho akwaje abo afon krato ye ba kasebodi akache bekin kan nyina edi asomo.
Makwantu ohunsam eye medadwen nanso meyansam tronenti menya daje ye hwehwemu ekohu Sunday Sam's consult na wonum nti ende metimi ba menya abre ne adaje ekenkan ye eye investigations about womo ana mehu se wo apply for visa assistance a enfeli efri se wonum ewo track records madansi die nie mabini ntreo Sunday Sam's consult edi Britia webi ebeje wo visa amawo se wo ko United Kingdom, Canada, Dubai, Poland, Croatia, Nafe Kradie, Serbia, any Greece in so abeka ho a work permit etechere. Ma menchire wo mo echire kwan. Sunday Sam's consult ewo Ofanko barrier, Asofan, our Ben Wise Park Hotel, ewo Asofan New Station hono mo a. Phone number 0244 291546. Email address nso samuelowusu626@gmail.com. Yeti ehudi enti, we connect dreams with opportunities. Emanenye wadwendwen, frɛ wonom na nso bedi adanse empo asede media.
Yamamu akwa ba fiyankenka madwen kire ne bia emfa emamo Facebook no so we eye Boatema Millicent Lampard ABN wo kire mi say good evening or here live ya da se pa ho fe sanso na baba Mahama Boase ana wo kire mi say afi de edro achi President Mahama ne NDC fo omo ka kire Ghana fo say National Cathedral da ya de bone pan so ne eba ne se na musi Hajj village dada na adanko dada dre amamu na mudi bai yate master planner junior kintampo no ochire mi se ohwese de ne makopa Ghana mampeni ene ni zamanyo kwedie ochima hadi sasa be moda so ye campaign okrum ha na osi Ghana foto aba mawie entmo mode na montena se na mtoto ne mana za bia da akasakasa ne za bia na omanya nkwe ni mwasa o mana de osi enye oni nti ene to aba ede ma amokram wesi odo etama na ochime se Mahama and his NDC are talking too much. They should stop. Yeah, simple. Also, they should stop complaining and reset the nation. Yate that's a palm. When see Richard, I heard him say good evening to you, Pentecost Elder. Talk Kwadwo Kwadwo Sammy with the Enquires Adwoa Agyei Sikapa Kasebono. A more the person man and DJ Ghana man feeding this great station honum. ɛhɔ na Ghana fo nyina etie kasebɔ no edi frɛ da se pa na adwumaden a wɔn so bɔde tai achi we nso every Francis kaso ada to no chem se ei kase ya dɔso Ghana man pani ato aba ama wawie bɔmɔde na bɔ adwuma na kase be be de den pa na bɛkɔ so o chem se Ghana man pani yɛ to aba ma se yɛ adwuma ne gya kasa yate ɔsin kya kase nkɔma Hawa Mavis Kumsin yɛ da se pa senior Kofi Parliament o chem se the best news ever or here live edi free aguna bobi kuma apa yɛ da se pam Ghana ni yaba wɔ nkyɛn sofa na min sofa wo ba ntiente na onua so mo refise ya time no edi ka akɔdada Ewula Sewa executive director edima eco conscious citizens o kyerem se Ghana man penin John Dramani Mahama obontoa no obaka cha banada twam se on declare state of emergency emfa to galamsey so nanso oba yi wakana no atum omomaden se ono so obeye bi na nimani galamsey no eto atumi atwafise di oman Ghana abro ene awu asemo Ghana wote a wuso mu sen 0534050199 0534050199 na 0593406565. Hello Majo.
Daleta.
Oh, great we are fair.
Oh, Daleta.
Me champion.
Me too nkasi anu me niaje.
Me feel pa.
Daleta oni bibi.
Debut.
Ade no mpanifo said the wo kan sesia no akoye se abekuro mu nsa. There is no difference because we tie konwa so we twama we won ade na amambo na akoye se wo to dam yo wo tie tia obi se kwase to se ba o minya betina so na hu say yes then na kaki we enye leda enti said the maame ne ka no me ne ya adwen
yo ya da se pa grace wa fianko ponchira pa. Hello Majo.
Nhyiraba
sa kwade atama committee la we mayenti animre sak
o metina ka mu apena ade to so minim ye koso
oh sak the aka ne say Ewula Sewa kyerɛ mi sɛ Ghana man pani only craig galamsey no state of emergency no munya to fi sɛ ha adwen
galamsey no de ha nipa dwen se sɛ nam kwa ye we kra no poison enam aye we sense wom nsu aye no poison enti your friends aban no on declare state of emergency
okay
now munya echi
me da se bebre pa sa kwada nyame hia bebre. Hello Majo.
Me do so ofa pogbo de
iya mi adom senior kwa mi afum ni ai fum ni anan ya ofa fum aha senior man anim de me yenti o
yeah ofa woni mi say is a party for me ni omo ye batons we kwa eti enu adane ama we sa na omo ye
sa na ko
sa na omo ye na ofa ba ko so woni mi say anko bra se onye river bi
o le zero makati mutu kra
dabi why o ma en surface phone
me na me ka kire o
ndi se anko bra onye river bi
o ma wi me da se pa wo fa fum. Hello Majo.
Crazy
hallelujah Kofi manie
dabi se sakumo no
oh bra set net say
aduma alakwa
senior nimre me yenti o
me de me ma me ne adwen pa mampani se ode ni nancy form
okay
otutu nyema yi minya juma
me da se pa won so betumi abaye time na so de na so ba ye be fa 0534050199 and 0593406565. The letter edema eco conscious citizens kire mu say Ghana man penin on declare galamsey no state of emergency free say Ghana for ye pa no bonto no o kan sa badada ne bi na so ba ye kire din Ghana ni asem we wote a wo se ho sen 0593406565 and 05340501 na oba be fa na won so adwen kire no what the abba na make say na Apakan G8 we wura munti me last caller na yemfa ensi. Hello Majo.
Minia abom te say
ya mi admo 49 na hey abrechie ba
bra
empomo ko de
kamo de me ko
ma yenti o yatam na so di bonite mai
nana o declare ye because no man yi still a man fo shimure mu ho sai ade inti won declare why o declare ba boy
ya da se bebre se won so oba ye we na Ghana ni na ye gina we so na kase ebo ne ya bunu kom se pon kase ebo mu se mu fo no eye maze mebe entwene se mu ede ema yen Kofi Taylor ede ekupin wo Facebook no so akenkan fo nso ye ye mienu edi amaje so eye takra de kodwokrom twebe wo de hye konkron Kwadwo Independence Day in Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy B mene
Adwoa Agyei Sikapa.
Yes, asma Apakan G8 watnase na akopama so nsema nkan so na de atoa so e de ma nyina mo enitia ade hye
DL Power Sports. Emuwa de. Ejawo. Dead.
Abusia ena yumere mayen sama wa dwon en sama wa kwaba emfamra enkrampumpunim mantam agye atum kasafidie kase ba akopesu deal ohani nsia akiripo enkron dwada enyumere mrewe du sa gudie mrante yesin kunya na gudie mun sama wodo a yakwakope ede abresamufo wagebre wawu so asone so krojin intebeni nyina waye fimini aka ede osi emodu otiefo editie se wote ohwefo edihwe se ohwe na yen okafo nso no edika se ye kan yatena se na nwumre a yede ebabeso ya gudie mun sama di adane edi adencheche bumfumpa ewo Ghana ha bibrem na afenso broni cross wa manone ya tore din deal power sports update and yatena se a na nwumre yede babeso ba bibia obia yema adwo ema okwa be ne yentena na yemfa Mondays evening edition of DL Power Sports emra emesomo ensoso ewo na yetena sesedia na won se dwumekuo bia da roma na enanwumre yedi DL Power Sports update no ede eba enti asida kesi asida chenchirenche no enko emfama Lumba ensupa na enanwumre utie me na openso obenom na emote na yekroje na eko onipaduam ankofo haw amane ani esan bia emrodia eno ani Lumba ensupa enti openso obenom na beko onipaduanum ebeboa nipadua no a Food and Drugs Authority aye hwehwemu agye atumdia eno ani Lumba ensupa enti babi bia mo bia no efiefie mu Lumba ensupa no eno ena monom eno achi nso no mo amotunton so Lumba ensupa no ena monton enso ewo ena afenso no dwumedie bia odi efiti abadi nto aware eyie dwumedie bia odi bia no bobodia na enefa Lumba ensupa ni bi eserve wa howo na bibia nso enya kama enso so ewo honum emfama Lumba ensupa no upe bia to a baby bia wo bia no ofra obenya bia to wa wo dansuma ene ne mpatem no Madam Abanyamiche distributor obe hunu wa P2 lane obe Lumba Sport no 0557349401 monfrem Madam Abanyamiche Mama Vic enso wo Franco ene ne mpatem 0500680783 eno nso ubenya bi ato na dom enti na metiase enso enchen wo Lakeside nso no ubenya bi ato 0543296902 ena afenso no ene Lumba spano pe bi ato na obepiemo ewo DLFM ya kache won kran agbogwa janhye ne Wisconsin International University no ena edi animhwe obenya bi ewo ya kache anso ato Fred numbers na mpeni for the bibegu shemu na ya beyi edi amount 0555274757 ana 0577475343 Lumba ensupa kitemu na yumre yede agudie mu nsam no ede eba besomo from afar kwame afum eboye chidom yede nsam no ede eba sanso na kofitela ede yen atu Facebook and YouTube DLFM 106 when I honso betumi enya bi ahwe ewo honom mi amede ensam no eba ne dia meje so no ayensu ano de hye Apakan the blessed kiyente we ba yebesi fam na anwumre ye de ensam no ede amount
Apakan GH wode nyansa de wadiawo wo interview wo kasai wa hobrase wo radio mu kire se wo yo pabe ne wo radio mampa enti
Yanke jangumana enanwumre yamfa ensam no emra emesmo de yanhyase emfa mfi Ghana mrante ene emabawa esia kan wa manone na yamfa mo nsam emfama na ehuni yakọ ene ne abade yanhyase na watwin Ghana mrante a ebobo wa manone omo a etumi atoto ntra no na yambo mo nkomo emfa ncho de yanhyase emfa mfi French leganum na watwi boboku a yefa lens etna fema le have ekobo me couple pole enan enwo mutumi Mumians and and it's a Black Stars of Ghana air captain. A very pale ball toss me no. Your friend Andrew Dede Rami Morgan are you. you abrante ni tumi to atena edema boboko a your friend Le Have did you na second goal no edema Le Have on the 33rd minute and out me ede sabo no to atena mu twirawo edema boboko a your friend Le Have na uramo ewo did you na kache ewo Le Have akache a winning the 4th goal of the season wait me ashede on boboko a your friend Le Have yet me abon komo ede achero was Scottish Premier League no ewo Scotland so no boboko a your friend Saint Mirren etna firma Celtic ekobo me couple enum emo motimi no Ghanaian versatile player Jeffrey Shobankane na obodema Crystal Palace bo omaya your friend England me no ka say wabuna ketuma kopie ewo Scotland boboko a your friend Celtic akache na on the day on she first goal no edema Celtic on the 28th minute and otumi she sa goal no aye ne first goal since okopie mo ewo Celtic akache a ya bo nkomo ede ama na uremo Belgium Pro League ma Union Saint Gillois enso etna fie echi boboko a ye fene denda ebo mekanan omotimu bako Ghanaian ringer Mohamed Gaddafi Fuseni eshe 4th goal no edema Union Saint Gillois 86th minute and otumi she sa goal no edema boboko a ye fene Union Saint Gillois a yede ewonsam edema na we ye 8th goal of the season wetumi ashe edema Union Saint Gillois a yede ewonsam edema Serbian Super League no boboko a ye fene Textra almost etna fie ema boboko fene Partizan Belgrade ekobo me couple enan ema omotimu bako na former Kumasi Kimfeza player ye fene Ibrahim Zubairu no enso eshe 3rd goal in the game edema boboko a ye fene Partizan Belgrade 36 minutes and otumi ede sabo no ede to atremu na we ye ne 3rd consecutive goal a washe edema boboko a ye fene Partizan Belgrade a ya bo ewonkomo ede achiro Slovenia League no NK Radomji enso etna fie ema NK Maribor ebo mekanan obentmante Ghanaian striker Benjamin Tete eshe 2nd goal no edema NK Maribor na ode ball no eto atremu 55th minute ena otumi de ball no eto atremu na this is upiemu ewo NK Maribor boboko na kachia Abrante FM Benjamin Tete no ne monmo ewo suyepa na in 10 games no in the league no washe 6 goals in all competition 11 games no Benjamin Tete ashe 6 goals ere amaboboko a ye friend NK Maribor ya bon komo enso ere achewa enye asem ketwa na uramo ewo Europe the top 5 leagues in Europe no in the highest Ghanaian scorers no say NT Antoine Semenyo ewo Bournemouth wo England washe 7 goals Inaki Williams ewo Athletic Krabe Bawa Kache ewo man ye friend Spain 5 goals no washe Jordan Ayew ewo Leicester City England washe 4 goals and Ninu Andrew Ayew ewo Le Havre France washe 4 goals Mohamed Kudus ewo West Ham washe 3 goals and Thomas Tepate ewo Arsenal ono so de 3 goals ede egu atenema yade ewonsam ede amawo na enchebia Black Stars of Ghana at the World Cup qualifiers at the Ebuani Shenim say you bet me winning games now World Cup you to me qualify at the Akobi Mr. Kwadwo Fiano Gaka former chairman now Wakasa Ochema or see or Bompae said 2026 World Cup ever cost Canada Mexico any USA no Ghana you bet me qualify Kobe now your man penny phobia juma na penny fire mama juma no so be a shene juma so na oye no ye ni na GF no omo de Ghana for come to man qualify anko World Cup any chandia in the and I went to man qualify anko AFCON any chandia World Cup no when bia so some of the Ghana for ko esan say World Cup we no e da Ghana for kuma so yepa Mr. Kwadwo Fiano
me pa me bon say e qualify asu in the sense one dey sheko for say yetiomuka akofa technical director swapa enti me worry she say chart this time no yeah, these are small countries, you know, so-called small countries, you know, the boss are which they but we will say, the Antinia Coafco, the Antinia Cocham, the GFE is a duty to Ghanaians, they ever qualify Aqua welcome. So, no, Sikano, the idea that for Kuma Super, America, Canada, and Mexico. So, as a Ghanaian, the Panama, say, they are ready to qualify Aqua welcome.
Mr. Kwadwo Fiano a former chairman the Magaka and Watson and Kanaochi Ghana Premier League is back after say Yenuan and Napoli actually Enquires in Swateno Coach Abdul Karim Zito coach at Madrid say or say Ghana Premier League na ever back no or hope say GFA and she show me the Guaquemo concerning safety and security no ever better than before.
Yeah, So because yeah, my young ones who say young Kasa and Krenski will be I various stadium I have Bobo match. You know, to me, security first. I hope we say they say Oma Cafe, yeah, start then normalizing Yama so that better than before.
Coach Abdul Karim Zito and Watinen can yet one Samanosono and I yebisa Coach Abdul Karim Zito say Ghana Premier League in echo break beye bosom bakunino dan ana waye no si onim rante no omususa ebinum baye no na adaptation na a problem enti we take advantage of break na ba no etimi dem rante na for adaptation process mo ni ade sene be ya in the league ne sha si adaptation no ebetimi akoye na league na kasakra no o man sha si eye ntie nsema Abdul Karim Zito coach edituja
yeah so because yeah my young ones who say young Kasa and Krenski will be like that various stadium I have Bobo match. You know, to me, security first. I hope we say they say Oma Cafe, yeah, start then normalizing Yama so that better than before.
Abdul Karim Zito a coach at my Bobo Kwa. Your friend or a dreams I see, and I wet me at Tenenka and so na opiemo Kumasi Asante kwa kachi asene yedemao ewo drive time no so no omo de krata aba bontin chirima yenua professor eno kwesi walanyo walas awodi ni dwuma wa sempa nsem okokika se enam eye polewu no ebia okọ get to be na yakọ ne sekan na eku no na yede ne to abobo yamo ede ne bago pramane so sa asem no kan no omo nyintum enyenyenyenye enti ne santi no Kumasi Asante Kotkose in the Asempa FM. Oma bani omo matches, omo ma omo nkova enso ewo na ensema aba yedi ema na ene kotoko ekopie mu ewo court na yankwa ahoma so na yeni yenua ya friend cross endi enkomo ene no court yebisanso kotoko kopie mu court no den na esie cross ma mema adwoma akwa bamra DLFM so sa won ye Yankopon adom bibia ya fine. Okay, cross yamre ne continue bonito famae. Ene kotokopie mo court e osunyane concerning yenua nana pole wu no. Be sima be miensa to 9. Bonito famae ene kotokopie mo court no. Ede na esie.
Wala minya mamema etifu ne ahwefo akoba famna asante mantemu ase Kumasi to be precise. And an of Pacoco PM, yes, district court, D. Honum, and the for now, poorly assembly. When you say a case, no, a old woman, and Nani say, Yakwa could be any. Now, the attorney say, initial one, no, which involving already did it Ignacio Bafo over, and I see the two other bodyguards, which is in this case, a son of any other guy back on account. I guess a court to a question on the 10th of March. And the other case now involve 6 accused persons, and so a Nhyiraba and which is on the 10th of March. And I say to us, maybe a case back open and on Yakako, which they say, but you drew in an intention police for to me actually Ababa and Apakan, and also treating as different case. In this case, Abranti and the Brimer and Peninfosu and the second pull, and a girlfriend. Now, police phone I sent a body away and I said, but Brana police phone a shot Brimer, you know, and a dead Brimer, a could see or campaign for 4 days, or one, a money gunning a free Kumasia or far could divoir, a cocopium or Senegal. Ababa on the Dean Eddie Grace, Siao. Yes, in the case, no, I had less opinion, but the more for the being ever has worship about the transfer. Now, the year it's me, I come. Yes, started with the first case, it involved the tobacco committee. In this case, one time did the primer, and after I could see a black Chinese, no, and so when I could see a black Chinese, and after Obaba Kwa or catches, no, I had just say, in penny for Ama, one de la almost any the other court. It's transfer, court, no, ebisa his worship bisa say ade se case ne betimi proceed and say the anomo say omo de appeal enso so aba say enante miensa court no ati omo no ade say omo pe omo hwe ni so mbege bill ade amasa nante no na didia etumi akokama ade amom court no say o ruling dia wo say o ruling sa ruling no Lina Edia or Nasa appeal and I say Edia request for bail no so and I say affect sa ruling I say what's really sa ruling no get because to me I say attorney general for no Edia about the dan court say what's a court need to court no ebetimi atmosphere na over the seminar in this case it's a court no error in the jurisdiction obetimi this seminar and I dey ba kwa any attorney general for no and so edebesen court na court no say in iwo yen hihemu na me abotna what the sa ruling no e dey ba abotna esan say what the sa ruling ne ba abotna a ene bitimi ama kwan abana grante sa nkofo miensa omo judges no e bill e dey ama no say e bia one transfer na say omo bill na o hwehwe nsimu a say na nkrata mu na e ba say court any sa jurisdiction what did be sa na e affect Bila was that one on painted in what painting. And yes, or can cancel now with me a final and Katana will prove and actually attorney general when I say with me I had up to 7 or so. And no air never and no efforts into the first case made. And yes, the two said and me a block which is on the 4th of March and that's not that case no so and it's no a black Chinese case in 6 persons now. Ye kill mo case no to ekokose na me abontina ana ewie no ana ewura mu ede ababawa ne din ede grace insiaw ede no enso so ehye so na medikan amal grace insiaw no bone a waya ede police for airborne kwadu ni nyana say wa aid in crime ana say wa aid ana wa ba obi amane biu amane dwane ede afi court no jurisdiction na ade say emra ene libedi na wo tuna asasa no so mpanyinfo anasa ne lawyers ehwe say nkomo pese omoma ne bill sai so wu abaka no it's worship ebisa baba wa ne say ade wanyama na sai so no hwe speech and the condition na ase wo sa baba wa fofu kakra eni ntino obisa na say ade wanyama na anoka say onya awe ebia wanyama wo onya awe eni ntino court no say I say attorney general for na sa 17 ontimi enjina so ma ababawa ni din e grace insiaw bill eno enso so e dey force eno ntino I say na me abuma otna the na prove to the attorney general say court no e jurisdiction no ntimi e this case I say obetwa so na bill no so apia she na wa she so bitira mo bill the court no e jurisdiction no e ma kwan say we dictate saying in this case again that case na e be proceed na the assembly apakutin e high court na the tumi akoso kama ntu and the transfer ya nsaba ntesa sanse attorney general for no the court say we need be the court no jurisdiction no e be tumi bisa na that case na what court no prove with some document say we no tumi be a case na nti na me abomo na e wuram usumento dia na say oba be shibelin sensema accused persons no so so na breaking news and say about our grace insiaw one reported Ghanaian did drama our at to be father not so Ghana or no any girlfriend in 12 days na yes Ghanaian be any drama no and I did say not sababa one and I company and I said them na o manage any na o 7 kama ana obo aye kwasa sika e mani dane through Cote d'Ivoire borders ekoko pimo ele yanya ne ntiese wo Senegal ntino ele yafi ababa wono so ede akasa mrante insia we ho amama ba be ensu ni mo betiere say mienu ana mo mobile in this case e ma no ana stress ya mo mobile abia ensu so etimi I come ya me ado botena court betena say na wa hwese ebia the jurisdiction no ebe makwan amana di ebe case na eno e de so ene e usunya security court be nia
mate meda se pa nti ochena okopie mu court ani ebesi bia ebe saba na ya ba be je ni esi e why
never true.
But say Grace in there or that's what police for them.
Yes.
Mate.
Grace noted that so in the custody of police in the Omobwa investigation about the Etinia Kama.
Mate, bra. Nyami admo china ye be saba. Why?
Mate.
Okay. Yeah, that's yenua your friend cross or yen same training Kumase. Okopiem court one yesi no ena waboyen amanie wo honom enso so na uremu man league na otwi games etodwa na match day 13 result no say net ye Southern Zone Jonina ladies 1 Police ladies 2 Hazakes ladies 2 Faith ladies 0 Ladies Strikers 2 Halifax Queens 0 and Army ladies 1 Epiphany Warriors 0 and Southern Zone Jonina ladies 1 Police ladies 2 Hazakes ladies and so etna say Emma ana Savannah ladies 2 Ampim Dakwa 1 and Prison ladies 4 to Tamale Super ladies 0 Kumasi Sports Academy 3 Sunshining ladies 0 and Northern ladies 0 Dreams ladies 1 and so away any matches and out here course one bani league na yet one somebody amount Division 1 Zone 1A no Tamale AS City 0 Real Tamale United 2 1 Power 2 Northern City 1 Wale Catex Stars 1 Sorenanti 0 and Yape FC 2 Victory Crab Warriors 0 and so Ewonom Zone 1B match day 18 Techima Liberty 2 Bofokwatano 1 Wamanafo Mighty Royals 1 DBB United 1 KSC Soccer Academy 1 Doma Unity 0 Techima 11 Wonders 0 Techima Heroes 0 and so Ewonom Zone 2 King Pfizer 0 UCC Youngsters 2 Secondary Rose Park 3 Sefi All-Star 0 Bekwa Heroes 2 Secondary 11 Wise 2 Mysterious Draws 1 Elimination 0 Sky FC 1 New Edibiasi 0 Asekem 0 Park Academy 0 Inzimakotoko 1 Soccer Intellectual 0 and Aswedo Blacks 1 Future Stars 0 and so Ewo Honum Yewie Ewo Zone 3 Zone 3 no Atram Divisa 1 2 Democracy 0 Golden Cake 2 Rain Masters 1 FC Nania 2 Great Olympics 1 Kotoku Royals 0 Inter Allies 0 Kofodia Sempefi 2 Akachi All-Star 0 Kings Palace FC 1 Port City 2 Home Stars 2 Nagod 0 and Hawaii United 2 Oko United and so 1 now in Division 1 league in a game I told you no and home results near the amount 2 yes sorry Swanesa wo Europe no and then you many matches ever koso a bot no La Liga no Birarel any Espanyol at the Ebebueni 7:45 ewo Italy no Italian Serie A Juventus any Hellas Verona at the Ebebueni and England no FA Cup round 5 about 7:30 Nottingham Forest any Ipswich Town at the game Ebebueni everyone some at the amount Vinicius Junior a bonny ball at the Real Madrid ofi Brazil or see a person a legend at the Real Madrid na oye history at the team no and a yebisa say Saudi Arabia team so na pe wo be kwana and also a cam on prempre no esan so ne Real Madrid e contract until June 2027 na mum no o person twen no tena no renew na o person a legend at the mabobo kwa ye friend Real Madrid winning sama ye Vinicius Junior dia tudwa ye dia ma Karim Benzema if you France or a former player at the Real Madrid they or Saudi Arabia it had no bon ball or say with all due respect last year Baron d'Or ye the man Rodri of Spain Bowman City no or see on deserve na Vinicius Junior and a deserve award winning sama Karim Benzema dia tudwa Wozni Szczesny if your man your friend Poland or your goalkeeper at the Barcelona or see no Barcelona no ye na dwen senka season we kwa na wi on tena biem nanso ne yere ne mane na busua nyina ni abeje eye Barcelona krodiem enti oye open say season kwa na wi Barcelona be man more contract na wetumi atena Alejandro Garnacho if your man ye friend Uruguay and Argentina ofi Argentina bobo e de Man U na oni say na otwen bobo ku a ye friend Fulham eyi Man U e de FA Cup round 5 o say Man U fans no opamochel momfanche na yemfum so ena eba Alejandro Garnacho nensama or de atudwano no a ye di ama Tijani Reinders enso if your man ye friend Holland obo e de maboboku a ye friend no AC Milan on AC Milan arrange contract extension agreement until June 2030 I don't want some of them on ye gina so na ye din 7C na ZGB abewo so mo enne anwumere enso so ewo honom Kofitela Misrao made the picture be my 30 seconds be na men sorry so ne eye minua ye friend Shakito and then birthday yes Shadrack na dodo na friend Shakito GH or Teshi or ye minua prekope menini nyina na fia yensu ano so wate ene Shadrack aka Shakito GH Madridista kese pa ene your birthday or share show no Facebook enti Shadrack happy special birthday to you nyame nhyira o kese no nto nkwandem na nia o hwehwe wa brabom bia no on fandom enti once again happy special birthday to you Shakito GH abusia ye di SC aseda kese nkoma kwa mefo wata ekire ye di ensamne bae sanso na Kofi Taylor edi yen eko Facebook and YouTube ye dana se me amede ensamne bae no edi ameje so no ya yensu ano de hye Apakan GH the Blessed King Sammy de ye so na zigibi edi awoso na bewoso ma enye asem keto akra nyame adoma ochina ibehia mo amhwe Facebook nyina no yeda munyina se ya kro bibia zigibi etwaso ewo hono